I pretty much remember making the decision to devote my life to learning as much as I could through science and sharing it. And I've been at it ever since.
You're coming with me.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. It's much easier to grab the bats when it's really cold inside the cave.
Now, check this out. If you could smell this, you would die.
Well, the tuft was protected by this big pyroclastic chunk.
Whatever it takes, it does. But a cheetah has to have a specific process to take down its prey. And that's why there's these fragments. Hyena can eat this stuff. This right here is called an asteroid sea star, and it's one of the predators of the intertidal zone. We discovered a little hole in the ground that appears to be one of the adits that used to be closed, just big enough to get a body through.
Holy smokes, it's like entering another world down here.
Here we are out in this, pristine island, and one of our checks regurgitates what appears to be baloney. Can you explain this?
I am lost in the woods. We're about, I don't know, we're probably about 8,000 feet right now. Mountains of Idaho, trying to get into this mine, and we're all geared up, and it just occurred to me, it's starting to really dawn on me now that this is some pretty hardcore stuff that these guys are doing. It's an amazing
Tema kingaresa. Habari.
Nzuri.
Unasema kingaresa?
Ndio.
Okay. Nionyeshe nyumbani.
Ndio.
It's too short for you. You need to look taller. Yesterday's hike was really excruciating. It drives home the point for me how dedicated these people are and how badass they are. Got here for a long time, here for a good time. Never sweat the petty things, always cut the sweaty ones. Good coconut! If you don't mind, we'd like to get you to sign a release, a talent release. You feel you have a lot of potential. The most important thing is that you guys learn something. Right now, I'm in northern Kenya, not far from the Ethiopian border. I'm in an African savanna. And the first thing I want to show you is this stuff. This is the grasses. This is what supports the entire ecosystem here. All of the wildlife, all of the livestock, even the people depend on these grasses to make a living and to survive. Let's go check out some of that culture and some of the wildlife. So right here in the shadow of this termite mound, I found another creature that makes a living off of eating insects. This one, it's an insect itself. It's called the antlion. When an ant comes walking along and falls into this trap, check out what happens. The grazers love this one, Themida triandra. Tastes kind of oaty. Unless, of course, you've got far too many domestic animals and they overgraze the land like this. And what you're left with is this bare ground, exposed to the elements. And then there's this called machange. It blows away in this relentless wind. And when the rainy seasons come, torrential downpours will wash away whatever soil is left. Then there'll be nothing left for the grass to grow in, nothing for the wildlife, nothing for the domestic animals. So this is the first time I've actually come to a place where I can get water to drink on my expedition. And I'm not the only one. There's lots of wildlife that gets water from rivers just like this one. Here, I'm in the highland plains of central Kenya. There's much more rain here, so the grass is very lush, but the bush is very thick. Here I'll have to watch out for predators. I happened upon this one guy that you really don't associate with a grassland. The leopard tortoise. Right now, I'm in a forested area with lots of little wetlands. I'm seeing some very cool birds and I want you to check them out with me. Aside from the herbivores constantly grazing down the grasses, the other big factor in grasslands are the seasonal rains. Well, this might be the worst case scenario. I came out here to shoot some birds in the evening light and I've come across a solitary male buffalo. These guys tend to be the most dangerous animals in Africa. And the reason is because, well, they're covered with parasites, they're old, and they're not getting access to any females. So frankly, they're pissed off. Check him out. He's got oxpeckers. Those are the birds all over his nose. And you can see why these males are so pissed off all the time. I'm here in Kenya right at the end of the dry season. And what happens at this time of year is that these acacia trees come into bloom. And this attracts bees. If you listen very carefully, you can hear thousands and thousands of them in a constant hum. Hey Eco Geeks, I came here to show you the African grassland biome. Now I've climbed up to one of my favorite places in the world to give you the best view I could find. And the cool thing is, I've spotted a rhino right down at the bottom of this cliff.
Understanding this is the ancient wisdom that these people had. Long before I was born, it took me away from you, mama. Long before I came on, I said, long time I see you There's so many things about you. Wondering where you are. They tried